Hey guys, today I think is pretty much the biggest haul I have ever hauled in haul history, and that is because it is a fall Trader Joe's haul. They have released a ton of new limited edition stuff for fall, so I'm going to be getting into everything. I'm going to do a little bit of taste testing here and there. I have a lot to get through. We're going to have a lot of fun in this one, and let's jump straight into it. So the first thing I want to share is not really a food item, but it's for any of you Halloween lovers out there. I just wanted to quickly share it. It's this cinnamon broom that they are currently selling. So it looks like a witch's broom, and it smells very strong of cinnamon. I actually had this near my doorway last night, and every time I opened the door to come inside, I just got hit with this wave of cinnamon, which I happen to really love. So yeah, definitely delivers in terms of the scent, but I just love the look of it. It just looks like an old witch's broom, and it was only $4.99. I mean, come on. So just had to quickly share her. Getting into the food, the first thing I picked up were these new apple cider donuts. Okay, these right here are the reason why I live. They give me purpose to my life. They give it meaning. They gave me a reason to wake up this morning. So I am very excited to get into these, obviously. There is her close-up. So this is obviously more of like a cake donut. It's not like a fluffy fried donut. It has a cinnamon sugar coating. Very, very good. It's just a slight apple flavor. I do kind of wish that the apple cider was way more present in here, but I think it's great if you just want a subtle apple taste. It's nothing too sugary either, so I think it makes for a perfect breakfast donut, but I kind of was just hoping for it to be like overwhelmingly apple cider-ish. Like I wanted an apple party in my mouth. And this is more of like a small get together, you know, social distancing, stay for maybe an hour type of party. It's not that crazy apple. It's not a bad donut or anything by any means. I guess I was just hoping for more of an apple cider flavor, but it does still taste really good. It's just kind of like a regular sugared baked donut with a hint of apple flavor. Next are these, which I'm not going to taste test because I've already purchased another box of them and I've already finished them up. So this is actually my second box. It's the Trader Joe's This Pumpkin Walks Into a Bar. If you're familiar with Trader Joe's, they do have a variety of these kind of Nutri-Grain-esque little bars, and they're really good. But I have to say the pumpkin one is so bomb. It is so freaking good. I actually use it a lot for my daughter's afternoon snack. I'll give her one of these and she loves them. So yeah, they're great for kids, great for adults. They have a true like delicious pumpkin flavor, but they're not overly sweet, which is something I really like about these. So they're perfect in the morning, on the go. They don't give you too much of like a sugar rush or anything like that, but they do taste really, really good. So I highly recommend these. Again, this is already my second box. I'll probably continue to pick up more. The next thing I got was actually at the front of my store, so it was the first thing I grabbed. It's the Trader Joe's Pumpkin Spiced Teeny Tiny Pretzels, and as you can see, these are coated in pumpkin spice goodness. They have a yogurt flavored coating with crushed pumpkin, spiced pumpkin seeds. Yum. I wasn't expecting it to be that yogurt coated. I thought it was just gonna have a splash of the yogurt. To me, the picture makes it look like it's mostly pretzel with just like a drizzle of yogurt, but these are actually yogurt coated. Get a lot of that yogurt. They're very sweet, very sugary. I was hoping this was going to be more on the salty side because it looked just like a regular pretzel. And looking at it again, I actually do see that they are yogurt coated in the picture. So that's my bad. But yeah, they're more on the sweet side, which I kind of was hoping for more something salty, savory with a little drizzle of sweetness, but that's okay. They're actually still really good. Just keep in mind they're a little bit on the sweeter side. You really get a lot of that yogurt coating. Yeah, and it's just like a pumpkin spice yogurt. So there are those. Next are these organic pumpkin spice granola bark. And it says that it's pumpkin spiced flavored granola layered with dark chocolate and topped with toasted pumpkin seeds. So basically heaven in a bag. These are large and in charge. Here is what it looks like. It looks like a straight up like full-size granola bar almost. So here's the opposite side. You can see that dark chocolate layer with the seeds on top and then the pumpkin granola. This kind of reminds me of, if you guys have ever had a hamster, you know those like seed sticks that they come out with? This kind of reminds me of that. Very good. This has more of like a true spicy pumpkin moment to it. It's a little bit more, I don't know, true to like a real pumpkin flavor. I don't know why I feel like I taste potpourri a little bit in this. Something in here, it must be the pumpkin spice. But it's weird. It almost tastes slightly perfumey. I don't mean to turn anyone off from it. They are really good. It's just a very unique flavor. I think this makes for a really good snack if you want something crunchy that has a little touch of chocolate to it but isn't sweet. These are actually really good. It is more of like a spicy, kind of earthy pumpkin flavor, so you're not getting like a sweet pumpkin from this. So if you're more of like a purist when it comes to your pumpkin, you'll probably really like this guy. I feel okay about it. It's, I don't know, I feel like that pumpkin spice in there is giving me like a perfume potpourri moment in my mouth for some reason, but I still do think it tastes pretty good. The next one is their pumpkin cranberry crisps. I love serving these crisps that they have. They come out with so many different varieties, especially around the holiday season. I love serving them at parties or get-togethers, so I'll definitely be holding on to these until closer to Thanksgiving and opening them up. But I'm already sure they're gonna taste good. I always love these crackers that they come out with. I usually get the fig ones, but I know they've had strawberry. They come out with all different kinds all the time, and I always love these, so there are those. The next thing I got is their pumpkin pecan oatmeal. I picked this up last year and I loved it. I'm actually shocked that I didn't get a second box of this because it's so good. It has that pumpkin pecan flavor in there without being too sugary sweet. It is so delicious and I'm so excited to enjoy that. I also picked up, this is new to me, this is their pumpkin biscotti. And here is what it looks like. So this one I do want to go ahead and try out. I am Italian, so biscotti is like in my DNA pretty much. I'm a big biscotti fan. That is what it looks like. I can smell the pumpkin. I wish I had some coffee to dip this into. Okay. You need this. Look at me. Look, come close. You need this. This is so delicious. I feel like this is something you could put out for a brunch or breakfast and everyone would, like, these would go in a second because they taste that good. They're super crunchy and crisp. You know, some biscotti can be a little bit soft and it kind of ruins the moment, especially if you like to dunk it in coffee. This is so crispy and crunchy. It kind of tastes like a pumpkin loaf just in biscotti form. This is perfection. It's probably one of the best things I've tasted so far. Next, I got 2 bags of these. These are the Trader Joe's pumpkin tortilla chips. I don't remember these from last year. I remember getting the leaf-shaped regular tortilla chips, which I did like those, but they're just regular chips. I haven't tried the pumpkin ones yet, so these I am very excited about. I'm gonna go ahead and just try one now. So it just looks like a regular tortilla chip. Okay. I mean, it tastes like a tortilla chip. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really get a whole lot of pumpkin from this. It's weird. It's almost like the aftertaste is a little bit pumpkin-y, but you don't really get like a pumpkin flavor from the chip itself, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed about that. I don't know. I wish there was more pumpkin in here because to me, like, I feel like if you put these out in a bowl, I wouldn't taste them and think, oh my gosh, is this a pumpkin tortilla chip? I would just think it's a regular tortilla chip. It does have a really great crunch. It says that it has ingredients of pumpkin puree, pumpkin seeds, cinnamon, and nutmeg. I do taste a little bit of the cinnamon when I think about it, but again, I think if you didn't tell me this was a pumpkin chip, I wouldn't know the difference. So yeah, especially if you were like dipping it in salsa or something, which is what you typically do with tortilla chips. I feel like it would be really hard to notice that these have like a pumpkin flavor in them. So still a really good chip, just not as much pumpkin flavor as I thought it would have. I also got their maple and sea salt kettle corn, which is something I actually got for my husband because I'm not much of a kettle corn kind of gal, but I figured we could try this out. Okay, this has kind of like a flavor story happening. Like the intro is like very subtle. Then you get that sweet maple. It's not a sugary, like typical kettle corn sweet though. It's like a true rich maple flavor. And then you get a surprise twist with like this hit of sea salt. So it's a perfect sweet and salty snack. I don't get too much sugariness and too much salt, but I love the way the flavor just bursts in your mouth. It's really, really delicious. Wow. I didn't think I was even really gonna like this much, and this is probably one of my favorite things. So if you like sweet and salty, she is your gal. All right, we have that other bag of pumpkin chips. We don't know her. Just kidding. We still love her. She's just not as interesting as I thought she'd be. The next bag of chips that I got were these Ghosts and Bats crispy potato snacks. I was initially drawn to these by how thin they look. So here is a little ghost. Boo. And you can see it's a super, super thin, light, crispy chip. Tastes just like a baked Lay's chip. There's definitely a lot of flavor in here though. These are not bland. They're not super salty, but they have a very strong potato flavor. And there's a little bat if you're curious, but these are super cute. I feel like these would be really cute, like served in a black bowl with maybe some salsa or dip or any kind of thing you want to serve with it. I think these would be so cute. They're just like a nice little festive touch. All right, y'all, I got jars on jars on jars. First jar is this Trader Joe's pumpkin Alfredo sauce. This is my first time trying this out. It has Gran Padano and Pecorino Romano cheeses. I love Pecorino Romano cheese, so I'm hoping this is going to be really good. They also did have a Harvest pasta sauce if you're interested in that, but I went ahead and got this one since I haven't tried it before. I also picked up their Trader Joe's Pepita salsa, which is a repeat purchase for me. I did pick this up last year alongside their Harvest salsa, which, to be honest, I do prefer the Harvest salsa over this. This one has a slight sweet flavor to it. It's a very polarizing flavor. It's not that I didn't like it, it's just very unique. It's not like a typical salsa for sure, but I wanted to go ahead and get it since it only comes out once a year. I haven't seen the Harvest salsa yet. Hopefully they come out with it again, but if you do see that, definitely get one because I remember last year they sold out so quickly. So there's that. I also picked up their pumpkin butter. I've never had like an apple butter or pumpkin butter before, so I figured now is the time. It says it's good as a pastry filling, poultry glaze, ice cream topping, or just on toast or even with cream cheese. So that's something new to try. This I'm very intrigued by. It's their apple cider fruit spread. I'm really hoping this is not just gonna be a regular schmegular apple spread. I'm hoping it's gonna have maybe more of a spice in there to give it more of that apple cider moment, but yeah, I thought I would go ahead and try that out as well. And then the last jar item I have is this, and it's their sweet and savory, lightly spiced pumpkin spread. It almost looks like orange marmalade, but it comes in the cutest, sweetest little jar. She even has a little hat. This says that it's a tasty, savory counterpoint to cheeses and cold cuts or to accompany roasted meats and vegetables. So I guess this is more on the savory side, where the pumpkin butter is more on the sweet side. Okay, so before we jump into frozen items, I'm just gonna quickly share a couple of beauty products I picked up. The first one I got was their pumpkin body butter. Oh my goodness. It smells like pumpkin whipped cream, but not like a vanilla whipped cream, just like a sweet pumpkin scent, and it's super, super thick. She thick, okay? She is thick. This smells so good. It just smells like you are rubbing pumpkin butter all over your skin. Yes, yes, everything about this is a yes. The next beauty product that I got is this. It's their Trader Joe's Pumpkin Overnight Face Mask. And that is what it looks like. I have tried a couple of pumpkin cleansers in the past and they've always done really well for my skin. Specifically, there's one from Origins that I love. So yeah, I'm really excited to get another pumpkin product in my life and on my skin. So there is that guy. So now we're gonna be getting into the cold items. So I have refrigerated items as well as frozen. And the first thing I have is this butternut squash mac and cheese bites. So I went ahead and cooked up a couple of these, and here is what it looks like. You just bake it in the oven for about 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. This has a very surprising flavor. I was just expecting like mac and cheese with a little bit of like a squash flavor, but it almost tastes like Thanksgiving dinner. Like it has a little bit, I don't know if there's rosemary or thyme in here, but there's something very Thanksgiving about this bite. Like I feel like it's Thanksgiving in a mac and cheese bite. So you can see it has that mac and cheese in there. Super cheesy. These are really good. Now, if you're expecting like a regular mac and cheese with just a hint of squash, that's not the case with these. You get a lot of squash in here, or a lot of, yeah, the butternut squash, but you're also getting like savory spices. It reminds me a lot of stuffing. That's what it makes me think of. Like, you know, when you chop up the sage, the little bit of rosemary, maybe you add some thyme in there, like it's got all the herbs. This definitely has that. So I'm very surprised by this. Tastes really, really good, but definitely not what I was expecting. I was thinking more mac and cheese, and it gave me more of like Thanksgiving stuffing with mac and cheese. So really good. I also got these, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably the most excited to try. It's the mini hold the cone pumpkin ginger ice cream cones. Here's what it looks like. She's just a little baby. Wow. So this has a white confectionery coating. It does taste just like a powdered sugared, not yogurt coating, but just like a true frosting flavor almost. But you can see it's got that pumpkin ginger ice cream in there. Okay. I need another box. I need another box, like now. This tastes so good. The coating on here is very sweet, so I do get a lot of sweetness when I first bite into it. But that pumpkin ginger just hits. Whoa. I just spaced out for a second. I just think I went to Pumpkin Land. This is a delicious pumpkin spice ice cream. And that ginger in there almost adds a little bit of heat to it, which I love about this. So this isn't just like regular schmegular super sweet pumpkin ice cream. The ginger isn't overpowering. It's nothing super sharp or potent or anything like that. Like I think ginger could throw some people off, but it's really just the slightest hint of it, and it just tastes delicious. Okay, next thing I'm very curious about. It is the Shell House pumpkin hard or spiked seltzer water. So I've actually never tried their seltzer waters before, their hard seltzers. I'm not much of a hard seltzer kind of gal. So it does have 5% alcohol, and I'm just gonna give it a little sip. Is it weird that I'm drinking alcohol at like 10:30 in the morning? I mean, I am a mom, so no. Okay. I went from optimistic to reality. This is different. I will say it might take a few sips for me to get used to it. It's kind of like a bitter pumpkin flavor. Now, again, I'm not much of a hard seltzer person, so that immediately is probably not going to make this my favorite. But I think I was hoping for kind of a sweet pumpkin, but it's like a bitter pumpkin. And at first it's really subtle, but then it just comes in with this really harsh, pumpkin-y, bitter flavor. I feel like I'm getting wicker chair. I don't know why. I get a wicker chair flavor out of this. I don't know if that's in the flavor profile, but very different. I actually want to ask my husband what he thinks of it, so 1 second.
It's good.
Is it?
It's different.
Okay, so you like it.
If it was given to me, I would drink it. But
okay. I thought it tastes like a wicker chair.
that's
Like furniture. Thank you for your input.
You're welcome.
Everyone, Jordan. Thank you so much. Moving on, I have the Trader Joe's Pumpkin Overnight Oats. Looks like this. And these I actually do want to go ahead and try right now. I've never tried their overnight oats before, so this will be my first time. Almost looks like chunky peanut butter. Here we go. Really good. There is a lot of pumpkin in here. It almost tastes like pumpkin puree with a side of oatmeal. Like, I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of oatmeal going on. Looks like, so you can see it has that really gooey, pumpkin-y base. It kind of tastes like pumpkin pie filling with oats pretty much. So there's a lot of pumpkin going on in here, but I can tell it's really, really filling. It's like very hearty, and it's not sweet, more earthy. It just feels like I'm eating straight up pumpkin puree. So Yeah, it's interesting. Good if you really, really love pumpkin. Okay, guys, the final items are their new yogurt. So I did get the caramel apple. This is the only caramel apple thing I've seen so far, so I really wanted to go ahead and get it. And then I just got the standard pumpkin one. Now, I'm not gonna try out the pumpkin one just because there's already a lot of pumpkin that's been happening. I feel like it's just overkill at this point, but I do really wanna try the apple caramel. Wow, that is so good. I wasn't sure how to expect like the apple caramel yogurt. I felt like that just wouldn't go together well, but it actually has little chunks of apple in here. And then I feel like the yogurt itself is what's giving me the caramel. Like there's no caramel drizzle or something like that in here. It kind of is like a caramel apple flavored yogurt with bits of apple throughout it, but not super sweet. Yeah, it really does taste like a caramel apple just in yogurt form, but I love that it's not too sugary, so it's definitely something I could have in the morning, but oh, that is super good. Definitely a unique flavor, but really, really tasty. So that is it for this giant Trader Joe's haul. I had a lot of fun filming this. I hope that you guys enjoyed it too. If you did, please be sure to give the video a like. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to do another one of these maybe around the holiday season if you guys are interested in that. And yeah, that is it. Thank you again for watching. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.